Hey guys, what's back to another brand new video. Yusha here. Today we're watching more horror stories. Mm, mm, the first, the last, the last horror story gave me chills. That one was horrifying.
This happened around my last year of middle school. I joined a new school in 7th grade and had been bullied by kids in that school ever since I joined. Even the kids on my bus wouldn't leave me alone. Every day was the same. Hop on the bus, get bullied and taunted, get off at school, and get bullied. Back on the bus to get bullied again on the way home. One day, when I got on the bus, I was already in a bad mood because my mom had nagged me about something petty. I sat in my usual spot, which was one seat before the last seat on the left. I rested my head on the seat and decided to try taking a nap. Within a few minutes, the boys pulled my hair and started to poke me and stuff, which was something that they do every day, but it annoyed me more than usual this time. I shouted back and accidentally pushed them off a little harder than usual. "Shut up, freak. Do us all a favor and die," he shouted back. What surprised me is the teacher on our bus never said anything about it. In spite of that, a couple of girls joined in and started telling me how I'd never be good enough and I'd be a worthless human for the rest of my life. All the bullying, it got to me, but not as bad as it did that day. I started to twitch and my hand started to shake. I felt
Nope.
a rush, and definitely not the good kind. The kids laughed and passed it off as me being weird. And then all of a sudden, I blacked out. When I came back to my senses, everyone was sitting in their seats instead of surrounding me and looked a bit shaken. I stood up to look behind, and the boy that had earlier pulled my hair flinched. I was so confused. Did I do something to them? The rest of the day went by fast, and it was finally time to go home. I got on the bus and sat down in my usual seat, but nobody spoke or hit my head or anything. I was usually one of the last ones to get off the bus, so once most of the kids had left, I asked the kid who sat in front of me what had happened this morning. He said my eyes looked red, and I had a demented smile on my face and laughed. One of the boys asked why I was laughing and was about to say something when I held him by his neck and whispered in his ear, saying this: "You're making me angry, and if you make me angrier, I'll make sure I slit your throat and hide your body where no one will find it. Do you understand me? And if you anger me again, remember, you'll be seeing me very soon." All of this while I was choking him when somebody pushed me off and I passed out. Everyone was surprised because I'm actually quite vulnerable and was very careful. I haven't been angered like this ever since. I don't exactly know what happened that morning, but I'm guessing this is how my shadow persona decided to make an appearance. I just hope this never happens again.
People.
A heads up, by the way, I don't know how to read, so I'm going into these horror stories. Not expecting anything
Call me Ren.
happens.
This happened a few years ago when I was in sophomore year. One day, me and my two friends, Carly and Jenny, decided to go to Carly's house for a sleepover since it was a Saturday, and we all had no plans. Around 6 p.m., I went to Carly's house, and Jenny was already there. I arrived the same time as the pizza, so we all decided to grab a few slices and go to Carly's room. We talked and went on TikTok and Snapchat for about an hour. It was already 7 p.m. and we were bored, so Carly suggested that we go swim in our pool. We all agreed and then changed into our swimsuits. Carly's pool had a device that made the water in the pool change colors. We all jumped in and then sat on the steps.
Not the pool.
The water was at chest level, We just sat there, and occasionally purple, but no red. A few minutes later, when we pointed out the fact that there was no red, the colors
Blood red.
randomly turned into red. And that's when I looked over the backyard fence.
Like a
What I saw sent chills down my spine. There were two beady yellow eyes. That made me feel like it was looking through my soul. Carly and Jenny didn't seem to notice the eyes because they were too busy freaking out about the freakish red color in the pool. We all decided that it was time. We went inside. So we got out of the pool and grabbed our towels. We stood in the front of the backyard door, drying ourselves while talking. I told them about the yellow eyes I saw and how it scared me. They all laughed and told me to stop trying to scare them. I got annoyed because they were dismissing something that clearly bothered me, but I just brushed it off, so I didn't ruin the night. We went back inside and took turns taking a shower. Later that night, we were all in Carly's room, joking around while watching a movie. I needed to use the bathroom, so I excused myself and went out of the room. I was walking around trying to find a bathroom since I was not familiar with the house yet.
shadow in the background.
I reached a hallway that had an open window.
There's gonna be
I,
important
for some
to the
reason, looked
story.
outside.
The shadow in the background's gonna be important to the story. Forgive me if you're colorblind and you can't see it. Wait, are people colorblind to black? I don't know.
All I saw were the same yellow eyes staring back at me. I freaked out and ran back to Carly's room, but I decided not to tell them because I just knew they wouldn't believe me. Around 12 p.m., we decided to go to sleep. I closed my eyes and fell asleep, but I got a nightmare about those yellow eyes. I jerked awake. I was just curious on who owned them. I walked to the window where I saw the eyes, and you can guess what happened. The eyes were gone. I got a little scared, so I went back and decided to just sleep it off. I laid down on the blankets that we laid out. I was facing Carly's closet, and I noticed that the closet was cracked open. I tried to adjust my eyes to the darkness of the room,
Wait,
but it wasn't working.
then
I noticed that there was something yellow in the closet, and that made me think about the yellow eyes.
no.
I got up quietly, so I didn't wake Carly and Jenny up. I opened the closet, and a man with scruffy hair and dirty clothes jumped at me. I noticed he had bright yellow eyes, and I realized that it was him that I saw.
Yo.
I blacked out and woke up in the hospital. I was confused, so I asked Jenny, who was next to me, on what had happened. She told me that they woke up to me screaming while looking at the closet and saw me passing out on the floor. I told her that there was a man, but she just said that there was no one else there but me, Carly, and her. Apparently, I had a heart attack due to shock. To this day, I still don't know what happened and who or what attacked me.
You're the chippy. And that's gonna be it.